So we find ourselves at this point, 13-10, as we get back into this game. Double AWPs for the T side. Obviously salvaging that off of SKADE. Last round at SJ1 was that eco round where they had the pistols. They've been ecoed a couple of times as well, so SKADE certainly an opportunity to get back into this game, but it has to be here and now with this lesser buy. They're kind of down to their last legs, investing everything into this 24th, and Spellen spots out at first. That flashbang, it's actually a decoy. He's going to have not much effect as he tries to scamper elsewhere. It is a stack towards B. This is intelligent stuff. They know that if SJ rush into their position, they're probably going to win the round. If SJ go elsewhere, every opportunity that then SKADE, they can save these weapons, carry it through to the 25th round, and actually have a bit of a chance in this one. So it's a bit of a half win-win situation, instead of taking the massive risk of playing a standard setup. Best case scenario here for SKADE is they can take this AWP out of the server early. Zarte's very exposed. He's all alone. Stover's the next closest player, and he is literally the other side of the map. If Spellen can find one kill on this A-bomb site, and this stack stays in full effect, every opportunity that SJ walk into this one, they're trying to isolate these players and go for some sort of a split. This is the wrong approach. Weens with the first, but the AK-47s chip on through. It's down to Denny and Raftu. What can he do? He's stuck on this bomb site. SJ should be able to take control and say even pre-fire him. So nasty. Sniffing out the stack and able to capitalize. So 14-10, and SKADE, nevertheless, they still can't carry through the weapons. Poor setup. Have to go for an eco here in what might be the penultimate round of this matchup. SJ knocking on victory's door. SKADE with $200 worth of investment. It's on a flashbang from Rocking. He's going to be playing it towards mid. Just throwing it out, trying to isolate Weend here. He's going to get completely mowed away. So that is an AWP salvaged. That's quite important. They can at least keep it in hand, potentially. As Spellen not wanting to do that, wanting to stretch inside the A-bomb site instead. I'd perhaps prefer to keep this AWP in hand. There's an AK-47 for their troubles as well, so slowly starting to salvage rifles. Keeping further weaponry into these next rounds. Remember, they would have only had about 4,000 per player, with that loss bonus really quite low. I think they'll all be at about $4,400 to $4,900 after this one. 4,950, richest player on the SKADE side. Not enough to get out a full wholesome buy. That open AK is certainly going to help them out a lot here, as the AK could be thrown over to Raftu. Full utility for him. Spellen's probably going to be okay. Picks up just body armor, 2 kits for SKADE. Remember, it's so costly to buy on this CT side. SJ looking for what might eventuate to be their final approach of the day. Looking in towards this B-bomb site. Ween's going to be the first man through. No open hand, remember. He's giving it over to the SKADE side. Denny's going to be using and utilising that one. It's all members of SJ going towards this B side of things. No presence towards mid. No presence towards either ramp or palace. So SJ putting all the eggs in one basket. Or hurtling towards this curly letter. Can Rainwaker save the day? As the Molotov initially being placed down. Rainwaker rocking. They're on the defense, and there is the initial headshot. Rainwaker's still got the angle, but he's been spotted. Rocking Finds 1 and 2. Spellin as well. Chips through. The bomb dropped down in the open as this defense holds up at least once. SKADE now need 4 more to potentially finish this one off. SJ, 1 out of the next 4 will obviously prevent overtime. There are the odds. Very heavily favouring SJ Gaming at this point. I don't think that's necessarily surprised anybody here. Bit more of a split approach. Ween's playing on his lonesome. He's holding towards rampers. Mid is being approached from both sides. Underpass and just via the top. Nice nade. Little's rocking down to 71. He'll have to just fall away there into ladder room. Not wanting to get too aggressive. Maybe eating further nades. You never want to just find yourself on the receiving end of grenade after grenade. And SJ getting a bit of a taste of their own medicine. That was a bit of a nuclear bomb, doing about 100 damage onto Khan and Sadix combined. Nasty stuff. As that vent pops open, the nade rains in towards window room, and that kind of favors rocking. It means that he can probably see down to this T position, towards lower mid, towards underpass. And SJ won't be able to stop him before the kill comes through. And that's exactly what happens. Rocking finds the first. And the flank's even coming in towards T-spawn. There's another headshot. And SKADE starting to come alive. Rocking another headshot. Ween might be next in line. Rocking again as a convincing round for SKADE. Albeit, it's not about keeping players alive. It's not about economy at this point. That's come and gone. That boat sailed. They just need 3 in a row. It's brute force, firepower. SKADE, they take a tactical timeout. This is their second of the game. Earlier they took one when they were like 7-0 or so down. I think that they've done pretty well to even get double digits in this scenario where SJ was so far ahead. This was actually pretty nasty, I've got to say. So 15-12. SJ, they've gone with pistols here in round number 28. I don't know if I favour that, knowing that they could have went for... Oh, they could have went for a force buy and then a pretty awkward buy over in round number 29 before a full buy in round number 30. But obviously wanting to get their buys ahead of them instead of behind them. But this allows SKADE to take another one on the board almost for free. Here with the pistols, Rain wake up. He's going to be isolated in the open. It's down to Spellin to slow him to a halt, but Rainmaker misses those initial shots. Both these players are very low on HP, and Spellin then also gets taken out of the equation. A 3v3, but low on HP for SJ. As that nade also connects. Stover caught in the open. Sadix is very low, so needs a swift headshot, but Zate's not going to find it. It's all down to Sadix, who tries to scramble for weapons. Can't do so. 15-13. SKADE, they've taken the gap from 5 to 2. Here comes the full buy. You see those odds starting to change. The winner of map 2. SJ still firm favourites here in this series. SKADE, another tactical timeout. That's 2 in a row now in consecutive rounds. We've still got space for another one, so no reason not to take them. They don't cost you any money. They don't cost you anything. They give your opponents a little bit of time to talk and discuss about this. Maybe giving SJ a bit of a breath of fresh air. Perhaps just allowing SJ to stew on the situation. You never really know. 2 in a row needed for SKADE to take this to overtime. Double AWP setups to try and do it. We only saw the double AWP setup come out once in the previous map Inferno. That was Denny and Spellin as well, but It was a really weak buy for them. Mirage plays very differently. The double up setup actually kind of works here on this map. Whereas on Inferno, it could be a little bit isolating. Find it really hard in the retakes. Let's see. Swing sight towards mid. Khan's going to walk right through them. Clouds left, right, and center as he sprawls in from behind. Rocking absolutely knows where he's playing from, but Shadow spotted. Headshot hit. And Khan, he finds the initial shot. Rainwaker's all on his lonesome. He needs to hit just more than that one, but he gets taken out of the equation. It's all down to Denny, who hits a follow-up flick, but he needs even more. He's being closed in from both left and right, but open hand. Can Khan find him? He's moved in from behind, misses to spray away, and it's Zati versus 3. There's the first. Can't connect onto Denny, who finds the trio of frags. It's 15-14. SKADE back in this game. Overtime or bust here on map number 2. Perhaps we're going to train. Perhaps SKADE are going to get beaten by the underdogs. I think we're about to find out. Another tactical timeout called by SKADE. It's worked for them so far. And the double AWP setup still in play. Worked absolute wonders for them there in round number 29. Denny's AWP finding 3 frags. Now the auto sniper comes out. This is definitely different. How are SJ going to respond? They can't afford an AWP of their own. The big brain play here is to smoke off the AWPs. Play this fast, contentious, and just try and take Raftu out of the server however you can. The auto sniper towards Ticket Booth is always really nasty. And I've got to say, the Bulgarians are one nationality of players who love the auto sniper. I remember on X Outlaws, I think it might have been Spellin used to get the auto sniper out. Then Cirque would play with the AWP. Right now, you don't have a superstar like Cirque, but you do have 2 very confident snipers. There's the initial frag. Spellin. 1. But not quite yet done. Still a minute 10 on the board. There's SJ playing against a very timid, meek side here. I love this position from Spellin. It's often unchecked, especially if you're holding towards the outer wall to look up into window. Spellin could find a very easy opening shot. Finally backs off. There's 40 seconds on the clock. SJ haven't really made much further ground into any of these bomb sites. We'll have to get rid of the auto sniper and back to the M4. Doesn't want to keep this in play for the late game. Instead wanted to use it to counter some sort of rush. Spellin smoked. Trying to peek and poke around. As Denny, 1, and tries to back off once again. Raftu yet to be spotted. He's able to throw a spanner in the works. It's overtime here on map number 2. SJ had so many chances to close this one off, but it just wasn't meant to be. But are we going to map 3? Those pauses really seem to shake SJ up. They didn't really seem the same sort of team after SKADE had taken a deep breath, a bit of a back seat, and thought about the situation a little bit more. The pace of the game sort of changed at that 15-10 mark. Quite a substantial comeback in that second half to even get to this position. Some might say that SKADE should probably be out of this series. SJ should have won it ages ago, but bit of a throwaway. We're going to our first bout of overtime here. OT1. What's the buy going to look like? Is it a double AWP setup again? Spellin hasn't quite decided just yet. And, yep, it comes out. Obviously, this is MR3, $10,000. So, you can't just afford to pick up AWPs in every single round. This isn't 16K where you're rolling in cash. You have to play a little cautious. And SKADE not doing that. They're playing just the one player towards the B bomb site. Denny playing here towards the top of mid. One and done. Favors the T side. Thins out the defense. Love that response from Stover. Doesn't even allow Denny to think about taking a second shot. He was so ready to respond for that. Zarte. That should have been a kill. Sanix finds one in the meantime, but Spellin's so low on HP. He picks up the AWP. And now wants to be the overlord of this situation on the A-bomb site. Raftu trying to get antsy and aggressive towards ramp. Obviously, Spellin's looking here towards connector. That's probably the best position that he can really think about holding. And without window control, they can't be sure that SJ aren't coming from CT spawn. Isolated towards B. Rainwaker able to find man number one. With the bomb actually closing in behind. Sadix is coming in for this flank. He spotted the AWP out, but he wants two for the price of one! Spellin! Oh, 90-degree flick and Sadix taken out of the server. Massive whiff there. And Trigger Discipline just not playing in Sadix's favor. Stover's able to find a follow-up headshot, but Rainwaker's still roaming on this B-bomb site, but they might be out of time. A one-tap from Zarte, but has he got enough time on the clock? No! Plants it just 1 second late, throws his arms up in the air, and that is a catastrophe for SJ Gaming. How do they lose that? Unreal. Oh man, SKADE better be counting their lucky stars. I'm sure we're about to look at that flick once again. Look, Sadix, he's on the head and just can't respond in time. That is nasty stuff. Nasty. Am I feeling when I get wrecked in Counter-Strike? That is mad. I actually can't believe that. How can you not hit that shot? Just not responding. Bit of a dirt moment. SJ Gaming, they've got to be feeling pretty bad about themselves at this point. Are we going to a third map? Sadix doesn't think so. He posts in the first headshot. That's Denny gone in the mid-presence. Firmly taken by SJ. Now they need to collapse onto one of these bomb sites. This is what they've been struggling to do. But now they're a man up, and that nades. Oof. Zarte gets tagged. But there's no follow-up. No secondary HE. Easy shot for Spellin. Zarte gifting that one. Just stepping into the open. Rainwaker only able to find a single. It's down to Raftu and Rocking, who both post in with kills. 20 seconds left, and Khan trying to do all the damage. Where did that headshot come from? It's him versus Spellin. The pistol comes in. They're able to finish it off. It's going to be 15-17, and SKADE seem to be winning absolutely everything right now. We're going really late into the day here. It's actually almost 11 o'clock here in the UK. And SKADE wanting to push us to 3 maps, apparently. Wanting to have a late one here for the GG.Bet Winter Cup. Yeah, there's no point to peeking towards that AWP on the A-bomb site. Your teammates are moving into B anyway. There's no way that you're going to find a kill off that. And badly placed smoke there. Then he's sticking around and does actually get taken out. So Zarte posting a kill on the board, but once again, SJ, They need to finish this one off. They've lost so many rounds in a row at this point, and maybe they're about to take a first, but Raptor and Rainwaker seem to be down but never out in these situations. Posting in with a couple of kills. It's flashes right over the top. Raptor doesn't seem to know where Stopper is. And, well, there's the spray down. Might be going to train. Don't think anybody thought it was possible, but Rainwaker. Oh, 2 fast frags. He's on 3 points of health. There's no way. But he does want to make a claim towards A. He's going to go for the full wraparound. Doesn't really work against a player from T-Spawn. Unless Khan gets caught, there's no way that Rainwaker can anticipate winning this one. Bomb just ticking down. Khan's in the perfect position to counter this, though. Smoke defuse, pretty much the only opportunity. Rainwaker, he's on it, and Khan hits the one shot required. It is going to be finally a round for SJ. Imagine if he gets that ninja defuse. That would have been devastating again, but nope. 17-16, finally a round. So if SKADE take this one, they're on map point. SJ need 3 out of 3 as CT to end this in 2 maps. Seems like a pretty distant memory when they were ahead. They had 5 map points, 5 series points over in regulation, and now they need to close it out the hard way. SKADE have been so clutch with 1 ecos. They've kept us in this series for so long now. Approaching midnight in their respective countries. And Denny, they're peering in with a kill of his own. 4 versus 4. Weend, Spellen. Both those AWP players. Spellen's a bit of a hybrid. They're both bits of hybrids. Both these hybrids actually getting taken down early. With only a single man towards the A bomb site for the CT side, Stover has to hold it up on his lonesome, and this usually doesn't work in OT. You really need support. SJ Gaming playing an awkward setup, especially knowing that Denny's got that AWP in hand. Oh, he misses that shot, and Sadix now needs to dive into cover, rocking a nice shot inbound. C4 down, but there's so much time left on the clock for SKADE to reconvene. And SJ are a man down before the plays come in through. Rainwaker, another headshot. Sadix might be right over the top, and it does take Denny out. So a 2 versus 2. C4 goes away, and just spraying through this smoke. Raftu down to 25. Wants to make a play right over these double boxes. Right towards CT spawn, and this can usually merit a headshot or so, especially with an AK-47. Zarte takes him out. It's Rainwaker versus 2, but he hasn't spotted the angle. Hits the headshot regardless. 2 kills, and he might not just be done just yet. Zarte tries to tap the bomb. He's sticking it. He's sticking it. Oh, that was 0.1 seconds left. Unbelievable. Rainwaker able to put the headshot on the board, and now SKADE, 1 out of the next 2 will close this through. What is happening in this game? This is pretty mad stuff. Two rounds on the trot is what SJ Gaming need. They needed 1 out of 5 earlier to close this out. It didn't happen. It was pretty much a SKADE show for 7 out of the last 8 rounds. Here, even going into overtime. And then failing to defuse that bomb with 0.1 seconds. It was literally 0.101 seconds left on that board. I think that's 2 ticks. That's unreal. 55 seconds left. SKADE, no opening frags just yet. That, says Azarte, as he sits towards the edge of this Molotov and tries to peek it early. Takes quite heavy damage in doing so. After we also spotted him out. Remember when you walk through mollies, you actually give off a sound cue. A little oomph going into this one. SJ gaining only the 2 players towards this A bomb site, and Khan just getting whittled down. Stoffer needs more than just the 1, and Spellin takes him out of the server. SKADE might be their last legs here to try and finish this one off. A 3 versus 4, but everybody's low on HP. Rainwaker even getting mollied away. Sprayed through the boxes, surviving on 7. How does he manage it? SKADE with barely 100 HP between them. I think 120 combined. As Rainwaker sat towards Tetris. This is a monstrous setup to counter. Rainwaker with 1. This should be over. No way that SKADE lets this one go. A comeback out of all proportions here on Mirage to finish off map number 2 and take us to a 3-map series. Unreal. I said actually a couple of hours ago that I wanted a 3-map series. I said that, we're going to go to 3 maps. It's a single best of 3 today. I think I want 3 maps, but I kind of didn't expect it like this. Both teams taking their own map pick, but I think that you can kind of reason with this that SJ, they really